Like and subscribe right now, or you're going to have terrible luck for the next week.
The debate over the world's largest dinosaur is far from over. Paleontologists haven't discovered an entire skeleton but have relied on pieces gathered from several locations. Nevertheless, these 10 dinosaurs are among the world's biggest. Number 10. Shingopana songwensis. This Tanzanian titanosaur, dubbed Shingopana songwensis, was first described in August 2017. The fossils comprised 4 leg bones, ribs, vertebrae, and a fragmented lower pubis and jawbone. All these were found in the Galula Formation of Africa's Great Rift Valley in 2002. The rocks surrounding the area where these bones were found are over 1 million years old. The name Shingopana is a Swahili word for wide neck, and this monster's inflated cervical vertebrae inspired the species name. Scientists estimate that they are about 26 feet long and weigh only 5.5 tons. Shingopana was a herbivore feeding on a large volume of plant material daily. The smaller sized animals ate cycad and conifer trees but didn't go high up on the tree. The animal was able to defend itself from predators and more enormous sauropods. It spends most of its day grazing and storing food in its large stomach. Shingopana probably lived in herds and traveled in groups. It is unknown how they care for their young. Most of its relatives are found in South America, and only the Shingopana managed to find its way to Africa. Number 9. Saltosaurus. This dinosaur species is named after the city of Salta in Argentina, where it was first discovered. The first description of its species was done in 1980, and it was considered smaller than previous ones earlier on Earth. It measured about 42 feet long and weighed 7.7 tons. While other titanosaurs relied on their size to scare predators from attacking them, this animal employed a different defense mechanism. Research says that their body was covered with bony armored plates or osteoderms, making it difficult for a predator's teeth to penetrate their skin. What sets the Saltosaurus apart from other titanosaurs is the bony armor lining on their back. This animal's armor was so thin that paleontologists mistook it for a specimen of Ankylosaurus. Undoubtedly, newborn titanosaurs attracted the attention of raptors during the Cretaceous period, and their backplates evolved as a standard defense mechanism. This monster has been featured in several documentaries where it's portrayed as a hero. Number 8. Spinosaurus. Sadly, we didn't meet any of these dinosaurs, but we had the luxury of studying them. The Spinosaurus is one species that captured the researchers' attention after it was discovered. The animal dated back to the Conomanian times, roughly about 94 million years ago. It's believed to have a substantial crocodile-like snout and a mole of skin sprouting from its back. Not only was it of enormous size, but it was agile too. Recent evidence points to the fact that it's the world's first swimming dinosaur. For several decades, all we knew about the Spinosaurus was from Stromer's descriptions, but between the 1990s and 2000s, some fragmentary remains were discovered in Morocco, Tunisia, and Algeria. They are the largest known carnivorous dinosaurs with a skull length of 6 feet, body mass of 20,000 kilograms, and weight of almost 22 tons. Its teeth are conical like it is in other theropods. They have scales on their back, and scientists guess they were used for social displays rather than temperature regulation. Others say the scale was used to store lipids and water. Number 7. Magnapolia. As a rule of thumb, the biggest dinosaurs of the Mesozoic era were named titanosaurs. The Argentinosaurus represents this category of beasts. However, there is some duck-billed or hadrosaurus that qualify as a titanosaurus because of their sizes. Chief among them is all the 50-foot long and 25 tons Magnapolia of North America. Despite its vast size, this animal ran on its hind 2 legs when chased by predators. This must have been a fascinating sight for our forefathers. Reports say that the Magnapolia may have spent most of its time in the water. On the other hand, the high neural spines on the vertebrae would have increased its tail's surface area and give it more push if it was used for swimming. Another argument that suggested they were swimmers was the broken femur. If the injury had happened to a land animal, it would have been disastrous, but they wouldn't require the bone that much if they were immersed in water. The bone then heals in the process. The animal probably floated on water due to its weight, but we cannot confirm how long it spends in the water. Number 6. Dreadnoughtus. The Dreadnoughtus is a genus of giant sauropod dinosaurs, the largest land animals to have lived. They measured 85 feet tall and their weight was estimated at 65 tons. This animal was discovered from rock deposits found in Patagonia, Argentina, and dates back to 77 million years ago. They are only known by the D. shrani species. They are classified as a titanosaur group that included other members like the Saltosaurus, Argentinosaurus, and a host of other enormous dinosaurs. When scientists explored 2 of the fossils discovered in 2014, they found 115 bones in one, representing 70% of the dinosaur's head. After the entire skeleton was found, scientists could now make inferences about the animal. One of such claims is that they use their 37-foot neck to reach high leaves on trees. This means that the animal need not walk around the forest so much searching for food. It's also said that they may have used their muscular tails to ward off potential predators. Number 5. Raptosaurus. A juvenile Raptosaurus was discovered by scientists excavating a hillside in northern Madagascar in 1998. The unearthing revealed one of the most intact titanosaur skeletons in history. They found a juvenile at the site. The skull was about 26 feet in length, leading scientists to conclude that the adult skull may reach up to 49 feet long. The bones of Raptosaurus date back to 70 million years ago, before one of the greatest extinctions in history happened. Sauropods were long-tailed, and a long-nailed vegetarian group of dinosaurs was known for growing incredibly between birth and adulthood. However, scientists needed the skeleton to prove their suspicion. The discovery in northern Madagascar went a long way to confirm their initial position. Their femurs kept the same shape throughout their lives, suggesting that their youngsters were independent after birth. Signs of remodeling also proved that the young animals moved around actively. This discovery shows that dinosaurs did not all have identical childhoods. Number 4. Patagonian Maorum. Scientists believe that the Patagotitan Maorum could be the largest terrestrial animal of all time, judging by the size of its fossils. The femur alone measured 8 feet from end to end. Because of its colossal size, scientists named it a titanosaur when they first found it. It is thought to have weighed almost 77 tons and measured 122 feet long. However, some researchers believe that the figures were bloated. They could be smaller than what is speculated. This species lived around 100 million years ago. A cast of the behemoth skeleton is on display at the American Museum of Natural History. It's so big that the head sticks out into a hallway at the museum. Number 3. Austroposeidon magnificus. In 1953, scientists discovered a partial vertical column and a rib from the Presidente Prudente Formation in Sao Paulo. The fossil sat idle in the museum for nearly 60 years until Brazilian researchers had the time and resources to study them. Everyone loves to explore dinosaurs, but collecting and preparing the fossil is time-consuming, and the funds are limited. After examining them, they found that they belong to a new titanosaur species, one of the largest of Brazil's 9 known species. Samples of their fossils suggest that the fully grown animal measured 82 feet long. Following archaeological conviction, researchers concluded that the Austroposeidon lived between 84 million and 66 million years ago. Although an estimated size for this animal is given, it's hard to be specific with the figures because only a few bones were found. It is usual for scavengers to feast on large animals, and it is rare to have the entire bones years after the kill. There are still questions on how this animal grew. We wonder if they reached maturity before they died, or if they continued to grow until the last day.
Now it's time for today's best pick.
This image was sent to us by a subscriber. If you come across an image on the internet and want to know more about it, please send it to us. We'll analyze it and possibly feature it in our next video. Number 2. Paralititan. The Paralititan was first described in 2001 after an earlier excavation revealed that it had a massive 5.5 feet thigh bone and a collection of front leg bones, teeth, vertebrae, and fragmented shoulder blades. The discovery of this femur made many paleontologists interested in the catch. After in-depth research, some scientists asserted that the Paralititan was significantly more extensive than the Argentinosaurus. Their estimated length is 82 to 100 feet, while the weight could be between 66 to 83 tons. This animal plied the mangrove in the heat of the Cretaceous period, dating back to 94 million years ago. Little is known of the Paralititan, and so the size mentioned here is only an estimate. However, everyone agrees that they're one of the most massive dinosaurs ever discovered. It is also possible that giant predatory dinosaurs like Carcharodontosaurus hunted this monster. Scientists suspect this because both animals existed simultaneously, with one significantly bigger than the other. Paralititan is featured in several documentaries like The Lost Dinosaurs of Egypt, narrated by Matthew McConaughey.
Before we move on, I have a little challenge for you that'll take 5 seconds to complete. So here's the deal. Just leave a like on the video, smash the subscribe button, and hit the notification bell. And you'll get 25 years of good luck. Try it. It really works.
Number 1. Argentinosaurus. Argentinosaurus has been known to scientists as far back as 1993. The first evidence was found around 1987 when a fossil the size of an adult human being was unearthed in an Argentinian ranch. At first glance, it's easy to confuse it with another animal since this dinosaur is not known to many. The rancher who first saw it could swear that the fossil was a large chunk of petrified wood. Everyone was convinced and believed him until it was reclassified as a single vertebrae belonging to a sauropod species. Although no complete skeletons of this animal have been found, their projected length is a whopping 131 feet, and their weight is almost 110 tons. By their estimation, this dinosaur was one of the largest animals ever known.